More with UNI head wrestling coach Doug Schwab, coach Jacob Holschlag, your newest All-American. His second day, he put together a string of wins in which he knew if he would lose, his tournament would be ended, and he kept going, made it all the way to day 3.
Yeah, I think, you know, your back's against the wall, and we had 3 guys lose first round, and I told him, I said, I haven't had a guy that I've been coached or been on a team with that have come back kind of done Ironman and gotten 3rd, and you know, he got pretty dang close getting 5th. So incredibly proud of that kind of response, and for him to be able to do what he did, it's something that we can point to in the future. Like, I mean, look what happens when you keep believing in yourself and you just go out and you fight for every second. And you know, I mean, he couldn't be more proud of him.
Holschlag was in his second trip back to the NCAAs. Also in his second NCAAs was Taylor Lujan at 174. And he advanced to the quarterfinal round, coming off shoulder surgery as well. An incredible season, but a gutsy performance by him as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, you wrestle the defending national champion in the quarterfinals, and gave himself a chance in that match. Gave up a 2-2 early, but you know, he was in on the legs a few times. He was in the body one time, and he just got to trust himself in those situations. And then talk about a barn burner in the round of 12, and that's a grueling round, because you know, like you win and you're an All-American, and they call the blood round for a reason, because
everybody leaves it out there.
It takes a lot out of you, and man, he left it all out there. He lost the match. Maybe 12-10, 10-8. It was a back and forth scrap, but man, I can only pat him on the back and be like, man, you put everything out there. You know, you talked about him being injured last year and losing the summer. That's one thing he talked about. He's like, I can't wait to be able to train this summer and see that growth that he's going to be able to have, you know, not being injured. You know, he's ready to make that big jump.
2 returning All-Americans for you as well. Max Thompson, Drew Foster weren't able to get back on the podium, but both left it out there at the NCAAs this year.
No, and college wrestling is deeper and tougher than it's ever been. You know, we want to get to where no matter what weekend it is, that guy, you know what, he had a bad tournament, he's 3rd. Instead of he had a bad tournament and, you know, he didn't place. Or sometimes you don't have a bad tournament. Some guys are just better than you during you know, that 7 minutes, and sometimes that happens. You know, Max wrestled the guy that beat him in the Big 12s. You know, it was a scrap. Got down early, and that happened to us a little bit. You know, we got behind early, and then got to be able to dig our way back. The blood round match, got the first takedown, and then got to be able to get off the bottom. I mean, that's something that we'll work on this summer, where he never gets ridden. Drew lost to 2 guys at place. I mean, the guy that lost him on the backside came back and lost his first match and got 3rd place. So it's not, they're losing to really tough guys, but we'll go back to work and figure out how to switch those around.
All right, all 6 guys are coming back. We'll talk with Coach coming up. Right now, here's a story on UNI's Jackie Kalin.